Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing game number 10 of the Antec Attack number 22 tournament, and this is between roxkisFRAER and, as you can see, mouzCCMarine. You could also see it in the chat, of course. And this is a Terran versus Protoss. So yeah, finally not a Protoss versus Zerg anymore. So many Protoss versus Zerg in this tournament. I guess you only have like, what, 9 matchups? Or 6? I don't know. I think 6 matchups. Anyway, we see of course an early blockade here for our Terran player, and once again the pylon close to the base, so not walling off or not going for that early fast expand. Well, I guess against Terran you don't really need to have that first pylon in the front of your expansion to do that, because you can pretty much only expand after you put down a gateway and a cybernetics core. So yeah, after that you can defend pretty well without without your pylon over there, and definitely without cannons, because you normally don't build cannons against Terran. So anyhow, it is hang on, the simulator going down another pylon, and yeah, that is really quick pylon. So he is building with a lot of chrono boosts here, and yeah, that of course works out really well, because that means that you can actually get a lot more done with your, yeah, he already has 2 more probes than the enemy has SCVs. But of course the Terran player can make up for that with, yep, you guessed it, an orbital command. The mules are going to pick up a lot of those minerals that he gains by having a few extra probes. He's now 19 to 15. And there comes the first mule, and yeah, we will see that the income will increase quite significantly when this mule is in fact well, working, and that's exactly why you want that mule. So anyhow, the scout coming in here for our Terran player, and the first zealot is going to scout around a bit, and new pylon coming up just to make sure that he has, well, a little bit of vision everywhere, as well as the ability to warp in units over there, so on the low ground. And all in all, he's just going to build some more gateways and make sure that he has the ability to build an army. And yeah, even though the Terran is only at 1 base, he is still at, as long as the mules are active, he is still at the same income as the Protoss. And the Protoss has more harvesters, as you can see, 3 more. And yeah, that's exactly how that's supposed to work. So the Terran making up for that with the orbital command and the mules. There's a few Marines coming out here. The bunker is already full of Marines. And of course, bunkers with Marines are really good against any kind of yeah, well, solo pushes of like 1 unit, which is exactly what happened here. That was pretty funny. Anyway, the stalker is going to try to sneak up that way, but the bunker can actually reach that, and an extra Marine coming in just to make sure that he is not going to sneak past the bunker. But the bunker's range is actually pretty good. So more of these warp gates coming up. He has 3 now. No other buildings yet, so no robotics facility. No, well, no nothing actually. And another pylon coming up. So what can we expect from this guy? It is all pretty standard. The factory coming up, researching the siege stack, and that means siege tanks are going to come in. And 2 engineering's base here to upgrade the infantry weapons and infantry armor. And come on, infantry armor. There we go. Needed a few more minerals for that. So here comes the push from the Protoss player, and he is going to use the Guardian Shield to reduce that damage from the Marines. Taking down 1 bunker, there's another bunker, and there's a bunch of Marines. And will he have enough to get another? Yeah, he should have enough energy saved up to get another shield going, but he's not going to use that. He's going to use the energy to block off some of the Marines. Going to push all the way in, sniping the tank here, and a large amount of SCVs following him, but the SCVs are going to get sniped. And wow, actually cornering the entire army there, and that was so well played. He loses a lot of mining time, of course, but that was really well played. He would have gotten overrun if he didn't do that. And actually, wow, yeah, pretty impressive. So yeah, the pylon is going to go down, and that gives him a little bit more, well, security in the fact that he has taken down as much as he lost. So let's see, the resources lost, the yeah, wow, 1,000 more lost for our Protoss player here, and that is actually a really big deal. But yeah, the income is also higher, or has been higher for the Protoss, so I guess that comes out about equal. Losing the bunker there, but still has a pretty decent army. But let's see how the army size actually stack up here. It seems that both of them have an equal amount of army. A little bit more gas invested for the Protoss player, a little more minerals invested for the Terran player. But all in all, on average it is about equal. So yeah, the Protoss army retreating now, because, well, there's nothing he can do with an army of this size, and he is going to expand for the 2nd time, building his 3rd base in a fairly safe location. This one would be good as well, because all your attacks go through this like pathway anyway. But then again, you can also get attacked get attacks from the top lane, and you can also, well, once you destroy this, you can get through the middle here. But in general, this would be a safe place to expand as well. Not as safe as this, I guess, because this is harder to reach for the Terran player, who has to walk all the way over here, leaving his troops very vulnerable. Because, well, you can sneak around the back and then block them in from 2 sides, so block them in from the top and the bottom at the same time, and that would suck. So loads of zealots out here. Let's see, 11 zealots, 5 stalkers against 21 marines, 2 marauders and a tank, and of course we have 1 sentry here. But all in all, I guess none of them want to attack, or, well, neither of them want to attack. And a new base coming up for the Terran player here. And he is going to send some SCVs with it, but no army. So, not really getting a whole lot of protection on this new base. But yeah, sniping this base would take a lot more than just this army. Yeah, because this army is standing by, and the Protoss player obviously knows that. Protoss player knows that there is an army there. He just can't see it, and the 1 marine coming in to get the scout on the army. He did get a scout, and he didn't even have to sacrifice his marine for that. But yeah, the observer doing exactly the same thing, only without the risk. And that's why he moved a couple of his stalkers forward to make sure that if he sent in another marine to scout the army size, the marine would die before it actually got the scout. So another bunker coming up, apparently defending that side more than this entrance, because there is no defense on this entrance. But he knows that the army is over here. He did build a sensor tower there. And the sensor tower will go down, well, after this base, of course. First going for the workers, getting a few of the workers. Let's see how many. 15 workers total, wow. That is actually a big amount. So either they clumped up really well, or they he got a few earlier. Oh yeah, of course. With that attack that drove him all the way up in this base, or in this corner, he of course got a couple of workers. That's kind of logical. So what did he send in? Oh, that's his observer. Observers being really good in these matchups, man. They can see so many things, and yeah, they don't get revealed very easily, because you don't scan your own army normally. And yeah, otherwise you would have to build like a Raven. And who builds a Raven in Terran versus Protoss? Another pylon going down. So he's building quite a lot of these pylons all over the place, making sure that he can warp in wherever he needs to. But yeah, you do lose the pylons whenever you lose the attack. And that of course sucks a little bit. So Protoss needs to do something with the money, because or with the minerals, because the minerals are getting a little bit too high. 900, 1000 minerals, and yeah, not really the ability to spend it on anything, it seems. Well, maybe he has the ability, he's just not spending it. So the Vikings coming in to try to snipe these Colossi, but the Colossi standing in the back, and they are not getting sniped by the Vikings as much as they should have. And these the Vikings actually get killed by the stalkers, and that means that all of the Colossi, they stay alive, and there's really nothing that the Terran player can do, because he lost his entire army. So, well played. It's kind of a very quick game here, because it was only one big push, except for that first one, and that first one did a lot more damage than I expected. But anyway, he could have finished the game right there. It was a great defense by the Terran player. He just couldn't pull it out from there, and yeah, just couldn't kill the Colossi quick enough. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.